welcome to Inside Creative Minds. I'm sure by now you're totally confused, and so am I. But here's the deal. We have a new name for the show, and this show is going to be great. And oh, by the way, I'm still your host, Trey Goodman. Now, we have Jess and Kate on this episode from the musical duo Wayward Maggie.
There's a hole in the bucket that holds all my thoughts, all those I invented and those I was taught. I could have just kept them all safe in my head. Now they roll down the sidewalk instead. I guess I thought I could keep it forever. I guess I thought I'd just stay here with you. I guess I thought I'd hold up to the weather. I guess there's one dream that doesn't come true. There's a hole in the bucket as big as a dime, and out on the ground flows the last of my time. It sinks in the earth with my love and my thoughts, and the bucket is all that I've got.
So Kate and Jess, welcome to the show, and welcome to Drip Coffee Lounge here in Central Phoenix.
Yay. Thanks for having us.
It's great. So you guys make up Wayward Maggie. Okay. What is Wayward Maggie all about? What's the history on this little duo?
Well, I think Kate and I both come from musical backgrounds and both very different. But when we met and started playing together, we realized we had a lot in common, and a lot of it was pretty wayward.
Yes. I mean, often when people ask us, well, what sort of music is it? It's really hard to say because we like, our tastes in music are so sort of eclectic, I guess.
Yeah.
So is that why Maggie is wayward?
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, Wayward Maggie sort of implies folk. I mean, we have a love for a lot of old traditional songs as well. And so we wanted the waywardness, but the sound, I think, of an old folk duo.
Yeah, and on our website, which is, by the way, www.waywardmaggie.com,
right.
Our logo that we had designed sort of embodies the idea. It's sort of a scruffy-looking girl with a scruffy-looking hat on who looks like she might know a thing or two, like knows her way around.
The sort of female version of the Artful Dodger.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would describe your music if you had to. How would you describe it?
Not too dreadful. It says that on our website. That's one of our reviews.
We play a lot of old traditional songs. Kate plays guitar and keyboard, and she plays harmonicas and other instruments. I play mainly just guitar.
Yeah, let's talk about that. How many instruments do you actually play?
Really, I would say you can probably only those three. I mean,
So that's-
egg shakers don't count. I mean, anybody can.
So the
do
three
that.
are piano.
Piano and guitar and harmonica, basically.
And you, Jess?
Play guitar and sing.
Yeah.
And we've both been songwriters.
Right.
And
So I mean, you guys came together to form this group, though. You each have your own special background. I mean, and
Yes.
yours is
okay, I came to this country. I'm born and raised in Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Which is, we won't even go into that now. That's 5 interviews worth of stuff. But anyway, Zimbabwe, and then I lived in New Zealand, and then I came over here. And when I came to this country, I worked my passage over on a freighter, and I came here to play music, really. And soon after
So your desire was to come from Zimbabwe to the U.S. to play music? I mean?
Not really. I went to Britain, first
Okay,
of all. I lived
all
there
right.
for a couple of years, and I went to New Zealand, and I'm kind of a traveller.
Okay.
But from New Zealand, I thought, I'd like to go to the US. There's a lot going on there musically. So I worked my passage over and came over here, and shortly afterwards met someone who started booking me. And so I toured for a number of years on my own, brought out a couple of CDs.
Still available on Amazon, are they not?
Still available on Amazon.
Got to push that.
And then Kate, you've got a whole other
And then your
musical
story is?
My story is I come from a family of career musicians. My mother still has a cult following. Her name was and is Judy Henske with an E on the end, and she was sort of one of the big folk singers, sort of in the 60s. And my father and stepfather are both producer, keyboard players, piano players. My dad was in the Lovin' Spoonful after they had all their big hits. Sorry, Dad. And then my stepdad, who's been my dad since I was 3, he's played keyboards with a lot of bands. He was maybe most noted for being with a group called The Section first, who used to back James Taylor, and they did jazz fusion records and stuff.
Total background of music.
And then he was with Jackson Browne for most of his heyday, playing keyboards for him.
So you had to be in music, I guess.
Well, you would presume so.
She's the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, I'm the black sheep of the family in that I don't do
became
music for a living. I'm a librarian for some reason.
Yeah, now you guys both work at the library, is that not?
We do.
We do.
And so is that how you came together?
Yep, that's where we
Sure
met.
enough, everybody kept saying, you guys should get together because you're both musicians. And I said, oh, that would be ridiculous. And so, but eventually we did because it was unavoidable.
Well, let's give the audience a little sample of your sound before we get into too many more questions, just so people can get a feel for what you guys sound like.
Okay, well, we'd like to do a bit of this song that I wrote. It's called Beautiful to Me. Sometimes people try to tell me there is no beauty in life. And they don't see that as people, they are the beauty in life. They may not know it, they may not understand, but they're beautiful to me.
That's cool.